Ladies and gentle mages, today we will be turning magic content creators into cards using Urza's artificial intelligence. What up, brothers and sisters? Up first, we have the self-proclaimed master of mono black in MTG Malone, so obviously we're going with a mono black creature here, and a warlock. If you notice in the art, we've got the hair. The hair is perfect for MTG Malone. I think maybe he shaved the beard in this picture, but hey, it's still there. At least we've got the hair. Got Death Touch, and for 4, you don't even have to tap it. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. So not too bad there. No blade can reach him. He is equipped only with honor. Honor is a little bit strange for a black creature, but I guess we all honorably love our MTG Malone. How freaking sweet. Get out of here. Next, we've got the best and best of one in CGB Covert Go Blue. And what is more fitting than a mono blue human wizard creature here? So it's got flash, flying, and when Covert Go Blue enters the battlefield, counter target spell. So this is basically like an improved overcharged amalgam. The secret that keeps the secret itself. So that is way over my tiny little brain, but that is why I'm not necessarily a blue mage, I guess. This card is actually pretty good. Like I said, it's an overcharged amalgam, but a little bit better. So I think this will actually be pretty playable here. Not too bad, CGB, not too bad. Up next is the leader of the Dragon Brood, Power Dragon. Now, this is a legendary creature. I thought this would be pretty fitting as a Gruul creature. I mean, we're just going to go with Gruul. That sounds pretty dragony, right? Whenever Power Dragon enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to each creature. So, you know, not a terrible card here. There's a little bit of a sweeper action going on. There are many wolves among the dogs, yet many pups have become stronger and more watchful. That flavor text is a little puzzling. That one's a little bit off cue rather than the other ones, considering that it's wolves and dogs. But hey, nevertheless here, Power Dragon gets a cool little dragon ability here and a little bit of a sweeper ability. So I think you probably could use this under the right circumstances. So pretty cool there. And next up, we've got Rudy here from Alpha Investments. And if you notice, we've got a human merchant. And I think this art is just absolutely spot on. And that's kind of what I imagine that Alpha Investments is kind of like. The basement, whatever. It's just stock full of just products everywhere. So very, very fitting there. It's a black and blue creature here. And for 3 and tap, target creature gets -2/-0 until end of turn. That is very, very underwhelming of an ability on a 2/2 body, but hey, it is what it is. At least got the art right. Even when their right eye is full, rats don't leave them to go to the ground. Okay, hey, words of the wisdom from Rudy Alpha Investments. Not too bad there, not too bad. Next, we've got the Professor from our beloved community college, and the Professor here definitely resembles him as far as the art goes. Definitely got a haircut, but nevertheless, the art is actually pretty similar, so kudos to that. I went ahead and went with a human advisor. I think advisor is a very, very fitting category here. So we have vigilance for 1 white and tap. You can create a 2/2 white human creature token with vigilance. Now, not really the best card competitively, but I guess with vigilance, you can swing in with it first and then tap it and then create more human creature tokens. So it's not too bad. We respect the powerful laws of the academy. Our view is that you are born to uphold them. Hey, not too bad. So even with the academy, very, very fitting here. You gotta love that. I mean, this is like, I'm being pretty impressed here with the ability of Urza's intelligence to really spit out these things. Up next is Legend VD, and I went ahead and made him Selesnya color because I went back on his Twitter, and according to him, one of his favorite decks of all time was green and white. So I had, wait, why not? Why not? Human Avatar. Whenever Legend VD enters the battlefield, exile target card from a graveyard, and then for a whopping 6 and tap, create a 2/2 green cat creature token. So maybe not exactly the best card here, but hey, some great dogs bring much joy to the lairs of many axe-wielding barbarians. Okay, hey, not too bad here. I think of the art, I mean, hey, I don't really know what Legend VD looks like, but hey, I mean, maybe that is what it looks like. Maybe the artificial intelligence knows better than me. On to the next one. Next up, we've got Cairo, and under the request of Cairo himself, we have a Azorius creature. I thought a human warrior seems pretty fitting here. Legendary flying. Whenever Cairo attacks, tap target creature defending player control. So, you know, hey, not too bad. Flying and tapping some stuff here. And we got Herder and Cobra strategy. Manuals used in Efrava, Gelving's Cavalry used the feasting as well. Okay, that is probably the most off-the-wall flavor text I've seen so far, but nevertheless, we've got a decently competitively card, I guess we could say, and the art isn't too far off here. It kind of, you know, kind of shows off the muscles there a little bit, so not too bad. Moving right along. Up next, we've got Country Fried from the channel It Resolves with Esper colors, of course, under the approval of Country Fried himself. And if you've noticed, this art is amazing because it really captures the country and the rural part, so it definitely took part of that. That's actually really cool. It's a human druid. When Country Fried enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Wish it was just card and maybe not creature card. It's a little bit limited there. But the core mages did not die of starvation in Naya Raid in the Invader's lab. So that seems more like just like a conspiracy statement, quite a simple statement there, but you know, hey, it is what it is. And you know, maybe not the best competitively card. Obviously just got 2/2 body here, legendary creature, but you know, at least the flavor and the art is great. Stay happy and healthy. Peace. Oh yeah, lads, we've got croakies up next, and I thought we gotta go goblin. Obviously, we're going goblin with croakies, and I thought about maybe even like mono red or even like Jund, but nevertheless, we've got a human goblin creature here, and croakies' power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. I guess if you are going goblins, that is sort of a goblin type of ability there. So some think of it as some force can draw you out of the darkness of the mind and body. Okay, flavor-wise, I don't know, that's a little hit and miss. I think we've had a little bit better of hits flavor-wise on that card here, but I mean, at least the goblin-esque part of the card is pretty correct. So, okay, not too bad, not too bad. Next up, we've got J Villain, aka that Villain J, and I went ahead and made Rakdos. I think that's pretty fitting. I almost made it Simic just because I know he absolutely hates Simic, and I'm a hero, he's a villain, just to pester him a little bit, just a little fun back and forth. But nevertheless, we do have a Rakdos creature, and this art makes sense here. I guess that's kind of like a city, and as a villain, he's trying to like terrorize it, so that makes sense. Pretty ominous there. And he's also an assassin. Whenever you cast a non-black spell, exile target creature card from a graveyard, and you can morph it for 4, which then you get to place it for 3, turn it up face time for its morph cost. So I guess you could make use of that somehow. I guess, you know, even when not physically, all those you seek are easy to fool. That is very, very villain-esque there. So flavor-wise, I gotta give this one like a 10 out of 10. That is very, very villainy. What's going on, everybody? We've got the brewlab, and under the request, we've got an Urza human fox legendary creature. And I guess if you kind of like squint really hard, I guess that resembles. It kind of really doesn't, but we'll just imagine that it's a fox. At least it has the environment right. It does seem kind of like scientific-y, almost looks like a bar, but nevertheless, you can make some brews in that with that, so that's pretty cool. It's got flying for 3 total, and tap. You can create a 1/1 white and black human creature token with flying, so at least it gives it flying. It's not totally vanilla. And those who have no choice do not move their heads, no matter how badly they wish to. I don't think that's a complete sentence. But either way, these flavor texts have been really on or off. So either way, at least the art is sort of resembling it. So hey, not too bad, not too bad. Next up, we've got Sonia, and went ahead and obviously made him blue-white. You gotta control the game as a control mage. So a human spirit, I believe spirit, considering his mysterious nature, we made him a spirit. That makes a lot of sense. And the art definitely mysterious to say the least, so I think that's pretty fitting there. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. On a 3/3 body, we've got flash and flying, so pretty cool there. And as far as the flavor text we have he hears their cries, but what does he do when they fly to the skies of Teleria? Okay, pretty good. I don't know what they do when they fly to the skies of Teleria, so there's always that. And yeah, pretty fitting here. Flash flying, pretty simple but straightforward card there. Up next, we've got the Clyde Phoenix himself, and obviously we've got a Grixis colors, and we have a Phoenix, human Phoenix, but this art is absolutely amazing. You gotta love that. Obviously has flying. I'm glad it picked up on the Phoenix flying connection there. When Clyde Phoenix enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, you may return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Now, it's not the battlefield, it is to the hand, so it's a little bit underwhelming here, but maybe the flavor text can get up for it. We got an ingenious but predictable. No minders allowed. I'm not really sure what a minder is, but nevertheless, I guess we have a cool card. At least it got the Phoenix with the flying, and the art is really cool. It's a little hard to distinguish the feathers from the bird and whatnot, but it does obviously resemble a Phoenix type card, so we'll give it kudos to that. Up next, we've got It Resolves, and we've got a Golgari elf creature here. We got Wither. This deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counter, so very on brand with the Golgari colors here. The eyes of all beasts are open to a deadly grin. So that's actually pretty fitting here. A lot of these flavor texts have been kind of on and off. That one's actually pretty fitting. So as far as the art goes, a little bit ominous. I mean, I guess that is kind of like a dark elf. It does resemble that. We kind of wish it saw the face here, but nevertheless, I think it's a solid card. Pretty solid fit there. And ending the list up here, we have yours truly, Mana Man. And of course, I had to make myself a human elemental with all 5 of the different colored mana symbols here. You got it. You just knew it was coming. And if you squint really hard, as far as the art, I mean, I think the similarity here, the resemblance is actually uncanny. You just have to squint really hard to the point where you pretty much can't even see them. But either way, that is me. We have Haste. When Mana Man enters the battlefield, exile target card from a graveyard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. That is pretty gosh darn good. On a 6/6 body, I think that's probably the most competitively speaking viable card that we have made today. So I gotta love that. Let's see what the her rage beats a lifetime to help another shaman. Well, that seems pretty fitting here. I would help a shaman, an advisor, a cleric, a devil, a demon. No, I'm just kidding. Not the devils and demons. Probably not, considering that I am here. But hey, all jokes aside, this has been a really fun video. Like I said, go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. I really hope you enjoy the content, and I will see you on the next one. Mana Man, out.